Hello and welcome to my review of the Death Korps of Krieg Infantry Squad found in the Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team Octarius box set. Currently, the only way to get this unit of 10 Death Korps is via the box set, which will cost you £125. Now, there has been confirmation that this set will be released separately, and I would estimate that it will be between £31.50 and £34.50. I'm wondering whether when they release it separately they'll include some short rules for Kill Team, or whether it'll just be a 40k release. Same goes for the Commandos, and much like the Commando unit, I'm not going to hesitate in picking up an individual box set of these because I think they're fantastic minis, and you get a lot of options and posability with them. Both of the kits in this set are recommended. So the format of this review is as follows. We're going to have a close look at the minis themselves, have a look at some of the options that I've given them. Then we're going to look at the spare parts, of which you get a decent number, and plenty if you wanted to modify your current existing Imperial Guard. Then we'll go through some size comparisons. I don't collect Imperial Guard, so that's going to be a bit tricky, but I'm sure there'll be some decent size comparisons there. And then we'll go through the rules. Important to note, you don't get the 40k rules in the Kill Team set. So again, I wonder whether they're going to include like a little data sheet or something in their individual release. You can't find the Infantry Squad rules in the most recent Warhammer 40,000 Forge World compendium either, which is such a shame, and that book only came out I want to say November, almost a year ago now. But I will be going through the 8th edition rules, which Forge World did include in the Imperial Armour Index Forces of the Astra Militarum. So I'll give you those rules. I don't think much has changed from them, but another important note to make is you can't find them on the Warhammer 40,000 app either. I've had a really good look for them. My only guess is they're going to bundle them into the Astra Militarum 9th edition Codex when that arrives, probably next year sometime. So let's have a look at these minis up close and personal then. So I've gone for, as many sort of options that I possibly can, rather than just have them with their las guns. In the instruction guide, it's very good. I think you can possibly make 3 variants per Death Korps of what they show, and that's not including adding extra packs, extra las guns, extra bayonets, extra did I say grenades and ammunition and things like that. So yeah, there's quite a few options you have with this kit. So let's start off with the Watchmaster right here. You'll know he's a Watchmaster because he'll have some funky gear, such as like a power sword or a chain sword. I think you've got options for a bolt pistol instead of the plasma pistol. I've just gone straight up what I would with Space Marines. I'm not quite sure why, because obviously it's a bit more squishy, but yeah, investing this many points into Guard might not be the best option, but it does give him a bit of teeth. Gives him a power sword, gives him a plasma pistol. He's got his canteen there, which is an option. He's got some grenades again, which is an option, but pretty cool mini. I like that one. So that's the Watchmaster. I've got the Flamer. So he's got this Flamer with some tubing that goes to the fuel tank. He's also got a Tomahawk, I think it is, because it's got a pouch over the top to sheath its blade. We've got some other sort of unique minis, such as this medic. I thought he was loading like a grenade launcher at first or something, but it's actually like a syringe. He's withdrawing something out of that vial. He's got a little saw blade on his wrist. These are the tools. Clearly it's going to be hard for me to get in there and paint those vials and things now, but there we are. Nice to get a, you could use that as an objective marker in a narrative game maybe. But you've got grenades, you've got a las gun, you've got the medic specific pack, and he's got like a light and a different helmet, so that's quite a nice feature. You've got this kind of Voxcaster Deathcore with a flare gun, I think that is. So he's kind of trying to find out where the position is. He's got his little telephone, it's quite cool, and his aerial, which first I thought was some kind of shovel, but it's not. You've got this Deathcore, which is got the grenade launcher, quite nice. He's got some extra grenades there, and he's got his little mug or cup and a bayonet. Not sure why he's got a bayonet there, but because he hasn't got a lasgun anywhere, but there we go. You've got a few in action. So you've got this one with like a typical kind of potato masher type grenade, which is pretty cool. And I've given him a shovel that's sheathed on the back. You've got this one that is running. I do like their action poses, they're pretty cool. And like I said, you've got plenty of options of changing, you know, the weapons, and you know, the only thing you can't change normally is the head, because the mask kind of connects to the box there, the respirator. You've got this one, which is sort of about to sprint maybe, or stab with the bayonet. I put a little shovel on there, I don't know why, I just did. And a canteen. Got this one, which is just reloading his flashlight, sorry, I mean lasgun. And also he's got this bionic hand. And plenty of medals. I've given him a load of medals, don't know why, but yeah. And then finally, I think this is the last one I need to cover, is the crouching one. I wish there were a couple more crouching Deathcore, even one that's prone, that would have been nice. Maybe we'll get some prone Imperial Guard with sniper rifles and cool things like that with the refresh, but yeah, that is the crouching one. Maybe I should have left the bayonet off that one, but oh well. So yeah, that is the 10, and then, you know, the 11th mini. It's kind of like that medic's toolkit. Spare parts then, see what I mean? Look at all these in this baggie. We've got everything in here, from individual grenades to like binoculars or monoculars, whatever you want to call them. You've got plasma gun. This is the thing, you get some nice special weapons here. You get a melter gun. You get different backpacks which have all kinds of things, of pouches, blankets, tubing, pouches, you name it. What else? You get, oh, a las gun there, a las pistol, a las gun, individual las guns that are just doing nothing. So, you know, you could if you've got scenery and things, there's nothing stopping you from, you know, just gluing these to scenery, or inside a vehicle maybe. And I'll definitely be looking into this spare bit spots when they get their refresh. You've got a mine here. I think it's like a anti-personnel mine. You've got a chainsword. So this goes back to the Watchmaster's extra tools. Another las gun, another las gun, another las gun that's cradled. You see, so you can have a lot of options with these. Oh, you've actually got a full-on bolt gun. Wow. Surprised they can hold that and fire it, but there we are. You've got las gun overslung as well, so a couple there. Another las gun, another las gun. Wow, just goes to show you how many kind of special Deathcore I set up. Another las gun. You can have the medic running with his surgeon tools. A couple more different backpacks. This one's got some wire. I didn't build the Deathcore with the charge, with the demolition charge, about to activate it. more binoculars, grenades. I think this one is reading from one of the manuals. Got a bolt pistol there, so that's it for your Watchmasters. Bolt pistol, las pistol, and a chainsword or plasma pistol and power sword. You've got some wire cutters here. You've got like little cameras that can go on them. That's the demolition charge. Grenades individually, hammers, bayonets, shovels. I think I put most of the shovels on them. I can't seem to see any more here, so I used all the shovels that were available to me, which is great. I suggest you do that, but it's a shame you can't have any of them holding a shovel or, you know, about to attack. I mean, this guy here would be brilliant if you could just take that grenade off and, you know, put a shovel on there instead, but maybe we'll see that in the future. But anyway, they're all the spare parts. As you can agree, there's a lot of spare parts there, which is great, and you know, you possibly could use them in the rest of your Imperial Guard. Okay, size comparisons then. Well, for this, let's just have your I'll probably say this one is the most sort of generic, because he's not full sprint, he's not fully upright, he's not crouched, he's somewhere in between. Let's compare him to an Orc first of all, moving about. So this is the Orc Commando. As you can see there, the Deathcore is a bit taller, you know, his head is a bit taller, but the Orc has so much more bulk to him, and obviously on the 32mm base. You know, all the Deathcore on the 25mm, which is fine. But yeah, it gives you an idea of what you're coming up against with these Orc Commandos. They're much thicker, but a little bit shorter, usually. I know I'm going to be asked this, Super, how do the technically new Imperial Guard compare to the, you know, new Orc boys? I've got a new Orc boy here, and again, I'd say that the Deathcore is just a little bit taller, but the Orc is much bulkier. If we compare that to the old Orcs from 20 years ago, you know, the new Orcs are bigger, like just a bit bigger, and definitely bulkier than the old Orc boys. I mean, look at the arm muscles and things there. They are bigger, and I'd say that they are in a better pose. They haven't got that sort of bent spine, but I'd say you could still get away with using the old Orcs with the Deathcore. You know, it's not gonna be too bad. It's still gonna be fine. It's just, yeah, they just don't look. I'd say it's still gonna be fine using the old Orcs against them. Except for now, clearly they've got the 32mm bases instead of the 25, but I just wanted to make that kind of old school comparison there with them. If I compare the Deathcore with the usual 3 models, which includes a Kata-chan Guard, so we've got the normal Space Marine here, and there's the Deathcore. That probably is about right if the Deathcore is 6 foot and Space Marine's like 7 foot. And then you've got the Primaris, which is probably 8 or 9 foot. Much bigger. But this is how I'd imagine, you know, normal Space Marines be, you know, size-wise compared to, you know, normal infantrymen. This is why, you know, the sizes are all over the place. So Sly Marbo is, yeah, similar sort of height. He's just a bit chunkier, you know, having fought on a death world for so long, and other conflicts obviously. But yeah, similar sort of height there. He's got a bit of a scenic base, but I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to accommodate that. They will fit in well with your other Imperial Guard. Cadians are going to look a bit old compared to these, and these are a bit streamlined, got more detail, and Cadians are showing their age a bit now. But anyway, that's the size comparisons I wanted to make with these Deathcore. let's go through some of the 8th edition rules, because I don't have access to the 9th because they haven't been refreshed yet. Okay, so let's go through the rules found in the 8th edition Imperial Armour Index Forces of the Astra Militarum book. They are, as you'd expect, a troop choice, and they cost a power points cost of 4 and a points cost of 5 points per model. So you're looking at 50 points, and then you're going to have to buy their the lasguns are free, obviously, but you're going to have to purchase the Watchmaster's weapons, such as power sword being 4 points, bolt pistols being 1 point, and plasma pistols being 5 points, things like that. So you're going to have to add a little bit more. So the unit contains 1 Death Korps Watchmaster and 9 Death Korps Guardsmen. Each model is armed with a lasgun, frag grenades and crack grenades. So the Death Korps Guardsman is a movement of 6 inches, weapon skill 3+, which is pretty decent actually, ballistic skill 4+, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, 1 attack, leadership 6 and a save of 5+. The Watchmaster has 1 extra attack, so he's got 2, and a leadership of 7, which is slightly better. The lasgun works as usual. It's a 24-inch range, rapid fire 1, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. It's nothing to write home about. Frag grenades and crack grenades work as usual. The range is 6 inches for both of them. The frag grenade has a grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0 and damage 1. And then the crack grenade is a grenade 1, strength 6, AP -1, damage D3. So that's quite nice. So they can all throw their crack grenades and cause a fair bit of damage that way. War gear options: the Watchmaster may replace their lasgun with a single item from the Death Korps Krieg range weapons list and a single item from the Death Korps of Krieg melee weapons list. 1 guardsman may carry a Voxcaster, 1 other guardsman may carry a Death Korps platoon standard, 1 other guardsman may replace their lasgun with an item from the Death Korps of Krieg special weapons list. So that's what they're kind of missing here, that standard. As of now, you can't find the standard in the infantry squad advancing or in the infantry squad at ease, but you can find some kind of banner in the command squad. So that's worth noting. 1 other guardsman may replace their lasgun with an item from the Death Korps of Krieg special weapons list. So I've equipped mine with a flamer. I think the next squad I'll probably equip it with a plasma gun. Abilities: Voxcaster. If a friendly Death Korps of Krieg officer is within 3 inches of a unit with a Voxcaster, when using their Voice of Command ability, you may extend the range of the order to 18 inches if the target unit also contains a Voxcaster. So communication is key, as always. Death Korps platoon standard. All friendly Death Korps Krieg units within 6 inches of 1 or more units with the Death Korps platoon standard may add 1 to their leadership when taking morale tests. And then Cult of Sacrifice, which is a special rule where the unit ignores models slain in the shooting phase when taking morale tests, which is obviously, you know, specific to Death Korps. Keywords: Imperium, Astra Militarum, Death Korps Krieg, Infantry, Death Korps, Infantry Squad. So there you go. That's my review of the Death Korps Infantry Squad that can be found in the Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team Octarius set. It's already been confirmed that this set will be released separately, I'd say before Christmas, within the next few weeks. So you shouldn't have to wait too long before you can get your hands on it if you did miss out on Octarius for whatever reason, or you just didn't want any of the Orc stuff in there, because it's mainly Orc models in that set with all the scenery and things. What do you guys think of this Death Korps? Do you think that Games Workshop should have used this opportunity and the momentum gained with the interest of these new plastic guardsmen to bring out more plastic kits for Death Korps? Put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, as always. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.